Welcome in to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at Render against Tether, and we're going to start off on the daily chart. Then we'll zoom out to the bigger picture. We're going to look at targets to the high side, the low side, potential all-time highs, what we can expect in this bull run out of Render, and everything in between. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, more one-on-one approach, private alert group is linked below through our Patreon. Check that out. Let's get going. Render. We've been following Render for the better part of 6-8 months now, since Render was just south of $2. So looking out pretty well. What are we going to get for a breakout? What can we expect? When can we look at it? Right. So the daily chart, if we get a move back substantial, right, and I would call, current 30% move down pretty substantial. Unlikely that we go down this low. So what you want to be looking for is you got to go back in history and look at where it bounced previously. When it gets pretty strong, it stays on this red EMA 8 line. Worst case scenario, if you could pick some up at that yellow 21-day EMA, that is a pretty good spot to do it, right? Doesn't mean it's the actual, bottom low, but, picking some up there is a good spot. So the EMA 8 is right around $7. The EMA 21 is at $6.20 as of right now. So even at current prices, that's still a decent spot away at 12.5% down from here. We could very well bounce right where we are, right? The EMA 8 has many bounces and just goes higher after this. It's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. It's down 5% today, right? Buying on red days for altcoins in this bull market tends to work out pretty well for you in the long term. Being too greedy does not tend to work out well. So if you're wanting lower prices, we all probably do, you might get front run. So picking some up here might not be a bad idea. Around the $7 mark, it's on discount, even from highs. I mean, we're down over 10% from highs. So picking some up when it's down on sale 10%, never a bad idea. That's just the daily. Now let's get the bigger picture, and we start to get to the bigger numbers that we're all wanting this bull run. So looking at this structure here, it's about as bullish as you'd want to get. Now remember, I want to show you one more thing. Patterns can be fractal in nature, right? Look at this. So you want to watch for patterns like this, where they have these kind of rounded moves, and then they hit this explosive move because it breaks the lid line here, okay? So keeping that in mind, let's go back and look and see if we have any kind of a bigger or smaller version of this on the weekly chart, right? Are you seeing this, right? It's not exact, right? But look at this big structure, right? Look at the lid line. Look at where we are. Look at this. This is what we just looked at, right? Look at this. This is what we just looked at, right? Look at the weekly, right? You break the lid line, you go higher into another one, right? And then you start forming these little mini ones. See all of this? What do you think happens when you break the big one? Right? You get a explosive move. How high? I'm glad you asked. Let's go look at the 1618 Fibonacci. That takes us almost to $63. That is a pretty good move out of Render, and I would not be surprised if we hit that this cycle based on this structure, based on how bullish Render has been since 2023. We're from that bottom low to our ultimate high so far. We're up almost 2,000%. Could we still go higher? Of course. What would that bottom be if we actually ended up hitting that $63? Let's go take a look. So from these lows to our high of 63, that's 16,000% roughly, right? Loosely based. Mini coins did that last cycle. Mini coins. You think one of the strongest charts in crypto could possibly do that from the lows? Of course. So $63 still on the table, even as we flirt with all-time highs. Now that's pretty impressive on Render, right? If you're not excited about that, I don't know what is going to get you there. But the main takeaway from here is we're at the boiling point, even as we speak here. Flirting with all-time highs, right back over here, just right around the $8 mark. We've just kind of flirted with it. We need to get a close above here, a couple of weekly closes, and, boom goes the dynamite. All right, so that's where we're looking at for Render. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want more content, right, watch more videos. Let's get to our quote and card of the day. One of my favorite quotes of all time, and this can really start to change your life if you take this to heart. Take a good hard look at people's ruling principle, especially the wise, what they run away from and what they seek out. If you want to change your life, find someone that you like and want to be like. Find out what they do, but more importantly, find out what they don't do. That is the key to really changing your life quickly. I would guarantee someone that you like and look up to is doing things that you don't do, and also aren't doing things that you do, right? So keep that to heart. If you want to change your life, that's one of my favorite ways to do it, right? All right, so that is quote of the day. Let's get to car of the day. I saw this at our local beach. I went to the beach last summer, found this in the parking lot. I don't know why you'd leave the top down and not care about it. Lamborghini Murcielago matches kind of my shirt today. I might as well hop in there. Murcielago Roadster, right? It's the no top convertible. Pretty epic interior as well. This car is over 20 years old and still looks fantastic. One of the last Lambos to have the true vertical doors. All the new ones kind of go out to the side a little bit. Look at the wings, right? Murcielago means bat in Espanol. V12. This cools the engine because you got to when you have, especially when you're, in Florida at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. Pretty epic, but would you ever leave your Lambo just unattended like this? I'm talking about like the beach is a pretty good walk away. And all these people just walking right by it. Like the entrance is like 15 feet to the right here. Like everyone's walking by this. Not a chance in hell. I'm even taking my Lamborghini to the beach, parking on the sand. And definitely no way I'm leaving the top down unattended. Are you nuts? There were so many people walking around this by the time I got done taking pictures. I can't believe it wasn't scratched. Hell no.